Oh, good morning, evening, afternoon. My name is the Aidanator, and welcome to this extra special midweek bonus video. Woohoo! You probably saw my video about 6 weeks ago where I was interviewed on BBC Radio Derby, dressed as a banana. I got a little call earlier today from Radio Derby again, asking me to do an updated interview, asking about the progress with the coronavirus time capsule project. If you haven't heard of it, I'll link some information down below. It's an initiative that I'm taking part of with my drama company. So I'm expecting a call in about 15 minutes from them. I'm going to be on the radio again. Obviously, on the radio, you can't be seen, so it doesn't really matter what you look like, which is exactly why I'm dressing up ridiculously again. I didn't go with the banana idea this time. As you can maybe tell, I'm going as a distinguished Victorian with a banana. You know, gotta have that in there. Although, actually, I think what might complete the look is a mustache. I mean, this isn't really much of a Victorian mustache. It's kind of a cowboy. But, you know, they had some pretty decent facial hair in the Victorian era. I think. I wasn't there. I've got some spirit gum, which is what they allegedly use in the movies. It's glorified PVA, basically. But it attaches prosthetics and stuff to your face. Whack it on the back of the mustache here. Whack that on. Oh yeah. It takes a minute to dry. So look like this for a bit. Smells a bit like rubbing alcohol, which is I'm sure really good to be right next to your nose. I've no idea if it's going to be the same presenter as last time. I've no idea what I'm going to be asked. So it's slightly nerve-wracking, but I think, and I've got a few canned responses here just in case. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes, you know. Getting the call now from them. Hello? It is, hello. Yeah, hearing it fine.
Okay, I'll transfer you through. There's about a minute left on the record.
Excellent, thank you. Hello, hello, hello.
Are you making another YouTube video about me? Well, not about me, but about your appearance on the radio.
I may be.
I know what you're up to. Cool. Well, I'll be with you in about 30 seconds.
Excellent.
Stick around, and I'll be with you very shortly.
All of that to come here on BBC Radio Derby. But first, let me reintroduce you to Aidan Rode, who is very, very busy. In fact, he's been pretty busy for the last few months, editing and putting together videos recorded by his friends. And they combine those videos with hundreds of similar videos from right around the world, people in 30 countries, to create a coronavirus time capsule. Now, it's been a few weeks, so I thought I'd catch up with Aidan, find out how it's all going. So, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. Yeah, very good, thank you.
Good. Now remind me what these videos were about and what you were trying to document.
Well, every week there's a different topic that Company 3, who's masterminding this whole operation down in London, set for all the people to do. Previous weeks have been food, how we're social distancing and keeping in touch with people, how we're having fun, who we're living with. So yeah, there's 6 weeks since I've last spoken to you, so that's 6 new topics.
And have you all been getting on with it?
Yeah, very well. Everybody's enjoying themselves. It's interesting each week how each different topic is responded to by people.
It is, and I've seen some of the videos, and they're very, very well put together. What then has changed? What's changed for you in the last few weeks, would you say?
Well, obviously, it's 6 more weeks of not seeing each other in person, 6 more weeks of sort of wishing that we could actually be in face-to-face rehearsals. We usually have a show coming out every summer, which has obviously been cancelled. So we are still looking at the script for the show that we were going to do, but obviously not being able to work towards performing it is a bit of a bummer.
Have you been able to see and meet up with anybody in the last 2 days in their back garden, or have you managed to bump into somebody, you know, in the middle of a park or something, just so you can have a little bit of social contact, albeit at a 2-metre distance?
Yeah, my friend Edward lives down the road. We filmed a few videos together just for fun. And obviously doing our time capsule videos as well, helping each other out. And he does a bit of the editing as well.
Ah, good. Oh, there you go. It's a bit of a team effort. What would you say the general mood is at the moment then, Aidan, among people your age of just sort of getting a bit tired of it all, maybe?
Yeah, well, there's getting tired of being in lockdown, but also recently in the last few days, just outrage and disgust at the actions of certain individuals in America and all the protests and riots.
Yeah, and we were talking about that on the show a few minutes ago, actually, and how that is really capturing everybody's attention at the moment, and rightly so. So is this something that you find yourself talking about a lot with your group of friends then?
Yeah, well, my grandparents live in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, actually, which is where this all sort of started with George Floyd. So speaking to them and supporting them through all this has been, quite a big deal in the last few days.
And how have they been? What's it been like for them?
Well, pretty scary. The National Guard's just round the block, trying to keep everybody safe, and local Targets and Walmarts that they shop in have been rioted and looted around, which is pretty close to home, a little too close to home. And we've got some other friends there in that general area, so they're all just sort of trying to stay out of the way.
Goodness, and it's well, look, I hope your family and your friends over there in America are staying safe, and that everybody's okay. Just before you go, Aidan, we got slightly sidetracked, and that's absolutely fine.
Slightly.
Talking about the coronavirus time capsule, do you know when it's going to finish? Is there an end date to this, or does it just keep going on until things are back to normal?
No, there's no set end date in sight as far as I'm aware. It's just when lockdown is over and everybody's sort of back to school and back to work and doesn't really have time to film themselves anymore every week, then that's probably when it'll fizzle out. But for now, it's...
Basically, when you can't be bothered, basically.
Yeah, when we get too busy with real life again.
I think that's fair enough. And where can people find out more about what you're doing and see some of the videos that you've been creating?
Yeah, well, there's the Company 3 website. It has that's the company who's masterminding all of this and has all the information about all the tasks. Yeah, just have a look at some of the videos and let us know what you think.
Yeah, I will. Absolutely will do. Thank you very much, Aidan. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk again soon.
Certainly.
All right. Cheers. Thank you, Aidan.
Nicely done, Aidan. Thank you so much for that.
No problem.
Really interesting to hear that you've got family in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Wondering if we might be able to get them on the show and have a little chat with them at some point. That would be really, really interesting.
Okay, yeah, I'll let them know.
Well, thank you for that, and give you a ring back tomorrow, and if we can get some details off you, that'd be really useful.
Speak to you soon. Bye. And there we have it. A Victorian with a banana. Saves the day. Wasn't quite expecting my grandparents to be asked to be interviewed on Radio Derby, but hey, these things happen, As I said, information about Company 3 and the coronavirus time capsule is down in the description if you're interested. You can take part if you want to, if you're just on your own, or if you're part of a group of friends, or whatever. Thanks for having me on, Martin. Thanks for watching. See you next Sunday.